Hey everybody, it's Stephenie Fitt here. Thank you for taking a moment of your day to tune in and watch and follow and subscribe and like and comment on my videos. I really do appreciate it. I'm a health and fitness advocate, and it's kind of my passion, it's my purpose, it's my vision, my goal to share the knowledge that I have with other people through video and blogging and posting and teaching. But I realize that a lot of you out there don't even know much about me and what my background is and what my story is. So today I'm going to share a little bit of my story and hopefully give you some some more understanding of where I'm coming from, a little more context. So I have always been a health and fitness professional. As long as I can remember, even before I was a professional, health and fitness was my goal. I was doing some organizing of my basement a while back, and I came upon a journal or diary from when I was 10 or 11 years old, and I was tracking my runs back then, and I would go on my own, and I'd forgotten about it until I read in this diary, but I would track, ran one block, ran 2 blocks, ran 3, and I would track this. What kind of kid does that? But as long as I can remember, I've been super into health and fitness, trying to eat well, trying to exercise, and it was easy for me because I enjoyed it. I'm one of those people that has never struggled with weight, always was super fit, super active, and super positive, and all of that. And I thought I was doing everything right. Had 3 kids, had wonderful pregnancies, and remained healthy and active through all of that. Working mom, very, very busy schedule, doing 100 million things all at once, being that superwoman, saying yes to everything, and going all the time, working on very little sleep, getting up at the crack of dawn to work out hard before work, and then working all day, and so forth. And I'm a PE teacher, a high school PE teacher, and so I'm very physical and active in my job as well. And so just always very healthy and fit. And I thought I was doing everything right. Well, 2 years ago, long story short, I found a lump in my breast, and after some testing, we found out it was breast cancer. Luckily, it was early stage breast cancer, so ladies, check them, because if you catch it early, you have a better chance of beating it. It's not guaranteed, but definitely you have a better chance of it. So I opted to have surgery, and I opted to go the nutritional route in treating it. Fortunately, I did not have to do chemotherapy, and I'm glad I didn't have to make that choice. I'd like to say I wouldn't choose to do that, but I don't know. I've not been in that situation, so I would never judge anyone who is in that situation. But for me, fortunately, I didn't have to make that decision. I did choose not to take tamoxifen, and that again is also an individual decision. Tamoxifen is an estrogen blocker, and so it blocks the estrogen-fed tumors. It prevents them from growing, and so that's the idea behind taking the tamoxifen. I opted to find a great naturopath in my area, and we're doing nutritional and supplemental therapies to help prevent those tumors from coming back. That's my hope anyway, right? Cross your fingers. So long story short, I had those surgeries. I had a long recovery and a lot of time to think. And I had to think about what went wrong. Why? It's a natural thing to think about why. When bad things happen, we want to know why. What could I have done differently? What did I do wrong? But then again, sometimes lightning strikes. Sometimes bad things happen, even if you're doing everything right. I did a lot of thinking, and took that energy that I normally would spend working out. I turned that energy towards reading and studying and searching and talking to whoever I could, and learning so much more about how the human body works and how the mindset works, and learning that stress has so much to do with our health, and learning about saying no, and learning about what I could do to optimize my health. And I found out that a lot of the things I thought I was doing right were actually unhealthy. And there's a lot of things I wished I would have known before my cancer diagnosis. And so kind of a humbling experience to learn these things. And so I'm a teacher. That's my calling. And so I thought, how can I share this information with other people? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I am a fitness professional. I can coach you up and down and left and right in that department, no problem. But the nutrition and the healthy lifestyle choices were all newer for me. So anyway, that's the beginning of Fit Bodies. I started my website, fitbodies.com, and I started blogging. I started sharing things and making videos. And yeah, I'm a newbie. You can tell by watching my videos. I'm not a professional videographer. I'm not a professional actor. This is who I am. I'm shooting in my backyard. I'm in the clothes I wore to school to teach my high school kids. I'm very little makeup. There's no lighting, shooting this with my phone. So what you're going to get from me, and what you always get from me, is just real. This is real. And if I don't know the answer to something, I'll direct you to someone who might know, or a website, or something that can give you your answers. But a lot of what's right for us, I've learned, we intuitively know what's best for us, and what works for one person doesn't always work for the next person and the next person. And so one of the biggest lessons I learned was to trust myself. And I was, before cancer, before cancer, I was just driving myself into the ground. I was training so hard, just beating myself down. And I thought that if I didn't work out super hard every day, that I was going to lose my edge, that I was going to get heavy, or that I was going to get lazy, or that I was going to get bored. And I thought it was healthy to push myself that hard every day. And I was lucky if I got one day a week rest day once a week, and it was really hard. I was restless on that day because I wanted to push, always go, kind of type A personality thing. So another thing I learned is that that's actually very unhealthy. I was beating down my body's immune system, my body's ability to heal, my body's ability to take care of itself. And I'm not saying that that caused my cancer, but there are some people, some scientists and some medical professionals who believe that a depressed immune system it provides a more welcoming host environment for cancer to thrive. And so I'll never know, but I know that it doesn't have to be like that to be healthy and strong. What I've learned is I can work out slower and more gently. And yes, I still push it. I teach my 2 spinning classes a week, and boy, we hit 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. We do our high intensity interval training, and we suck air, and we sweat, and it's awesome, and I love it. But that's twice a week. I don't do that every day anymore. I do my own workout on Mondays. I do 15, 20, 30-minute workout depending on how much time I have. Intervals, Tabatas, if you know what those are. I'll do another video segment on that at some point to teach you how I go about it. And then I do yoga 3 times a week. Hot yoga, that works for me. It doesn't work for everyone, but it's a heated room with a humidifier, so it's like 100 degrees and 70 to 80% humidity. And it's like you've jumped into a swimming pool. You're soaking wet by the time it's done, but slow, deep holds, stretches, breathing techniques. It's like therapy and a workout and a nap all wrapped in. Like, it's just this amazing experience. And I just feel like $1,000,000 once it's done. And so I've incorporated that into my schedule and my routine. And then I walk as much as possible. I take my dogs for a walk, even if it's just a walk around the block after work, or I go on long walks and listen to my podcasts. Those of you who followed me for a while know that I am addicted to podcasts. I'm always learning, and I listen to positive, uplifting podcasts, and so the walk becomes this reward. Oh, I get to listen to this podcast. Yay! Sometimes I'll bring one of my kids with me, or my husband, and we can catch up, and I turn it into a social thing. So my workout, my fitness looks so different than before. Could I still do all of that? Yeah, even though I've had these surgeries and I've had this cancer, I'm healed, I'm 100% okay, stronger than ever. I could do all that, but I like I like this better. I like my mindset better. I like not being so driven all the time. It's not like I'm going to go to the Olympics. It's not like sponsors are beating down my door to pay me to work out wearing their gear. This is just me. This is just regular me just trying to be fit. And so that mind shift has been amazing. So I guess my point to you is you don't have to work out that hard every day. You don't have to kill yourself to get benefit. Just move. If just moving for you is walking around the block once, I applaud you. That's fantastic. Your best is always good enough. If your best is, you know what, I haven't run since high school, I'm going to try running, then try jogging from here to the lamppost and then walk, and then jog from that corner to that corner and then walk. And pretty soon you're going to jog a little further than you walk, and pretty soon you're jogging the whole time. The point is that we're pushing ourselves within reason, and we're not killing ourselves or beating ourselves into the ground. Holy smokes. I was hard on myself. Okay, so something else I learned is how to say no, and I mentioned that earlier. I was that go-to person who got everything done. I always said yes. I always found a way. And people knew that, and so I'd get asked more and more and more things to do. And, you know, of course, a lot of it was stuff I wanted to do, but I learned that, wow, something's going on in the background. You hear the sirens? Huh. I learned that that saying no didn't mean that the friendship would end, didn't mean that they would never ask me to do something again, didn't mean that I was a bad guy, didn't hurt their feelings. I had to learn how to say no, and I had to learn to say no a lot. And now I'm proud to tell you that I think I've mastered the saying no thing. And so when someone asks me to do something, I say, even if it's something I really want to do, the first thing I say is, thank you so much for thinking of me, for asking me. That sounds wonderful. Let me get back to you. I need to check my schedule. I need to check with my family. And so I put it off. I never answer, because in the moment, face to face with someone, it's really hard to say no, isn't it? It's really difficult. And so yeah, I put it off. And I mean no disrespect to them by doing that, but it allows me to step away from the situation and to really think it through. It allows me to look at my calendar. It allows me to talk to my family. Is this something that I can do and contribute? Is this something that benefits me as well as the people I will help? Is this something if it doesn't benefit me, is this something that is far and above a wonderful thing to do for someone else? And I weigh all those options, and then I will get back to them. And if it's something that I choose to do, I say, yes, of course I can do it. Please give me more information, and we go from there. If it's something that I decide, or that I choose not to do, I decide it's not the best thing for me at that time, I'll respond and I'll say, thank you so much for thinking of me. This does not work into my schedule. I really appreciate and wish you luck. Good luck with that. And you know what? All is well. Lightning doesn't strike. I'm still a good person. And guess what? I have more downtime. And that's the next thing that I learned, is having downtime. I never had any downtime before. How many of you have no downtime in your life? It sucks, right? It's terrible. Well, I'm telling you, I've been there. And I've learned to carve out this downtime, this white noise time, this time that's not filled with any particular activity. And then I have the opportunity to think, to put down my phone. I play with my dogs. I talk to my family. I write. I listen to great music. I listen to great podcasts. Just having some downtime. And I don't mean sitting on the couch like a couch potato. You can be doing dishes during your downtime. You could be, folding laundry. You could be busy. If you're one of these people that has to be busy doing something, there's always something to do, right? But having that dedicated downtime and carving out, saying no and carving out that time is powerful up here. Now, health-wise, it's great because I'm not pushing myself physically all the time. I'm not as exhausted when I fall into bed at night. But this is where that really helps. I really have time to think things through. And some of you might say, oh, I do that on my run, Stephenie. I run and that's my thinking time. And that's fantastic too. If that's your thing, just be careful that you're not beating yourself into the ground with your workouts, that you also have downtime where you have no expectation of timing or mileage or whatever, calorie burn or steps taken, that whatever it is, whether you're taking a walk or folding the laundry, whatever, that it's true downtime, that you can just relax. It's underrated, guys. It's underrated. Food is our medicine. Now, I always ate healthy. I really always did. But I just can't even tell you how much I believe that food is our medicine. And I'm not a nutritionist. I took nutrition classes in college. And to be honest, I've learned more from studying and reading and experimenting with myself than anything I learned from a textbook in college, because things change. The science moves faster than these textbooks do. And so I learned that eating more plants benefits. Regardless, I'm not asking you to go vegan. I'm not vegan. I consider myself pegan. I eat mostly plants, but I have meat occasionally. And I don't think meat is wrong or bad for you. It's actually very healthy to eat organic, grass-fed, happy meat, chickens and cows that have been treated well. I believe that that's healthy for us. So whatever you choose to eat, I'm not here to advocate for any one kind of eating, but just make sure that it's organic and that it's local and that it's as fresh as possible. And and eat a lot of plants, people. Eat a lot of plants and healthy oils. I used to think the low-fat thing was the way to go, and I learned that eating healthy fats is really the way to go, and that it's healthy for our brains to eat this healthy fat. So I eat a lot of coconut oil and avocado oil and olive oils and butter and whole fat. If you tolerate dairy, eat whole fats, whole fat milk, whole fat yogurts, cheese, fatty cheeses. Don't do skim or low fat anything. Everything's that whole natural fat. Fat doesn't make you fat, I learned. Fat makes you full, and so you eat fat with your meals. It helps you feel fuller longer, and then you don't eat as much. So your calorie count might actually go down for a lot of people. So it's been 2 years, and I've told you a couple of things that I've learned in that journey. I am continually learning, and that's something I'm really proud of, is that I'm learning something new every day, and I love to hear other people's stories and what other people are doing, and I really try not to have a judgmental attitude of what other people do. I honor their journey as I would ask that my journey be honored, and I share with love, and I encourage you to take what you've learned from me and apply it and see what works and what doesn't work, and what works for me might not work for you, and what I do for me you might be able to tweak or adjust or modify and make it, and it might work better for you a different way, and then what works for me might change. Next month it might not work anymore, and so I adjust and adapt it. And so my goal is to share with you all the things that I learn as I go along. And so 2.5 years so far at the time of this filming, cancer free, and you can't even say cancer free. I don't know if I can say that, because you just never know. And I have so many friends who went from stage 1 to stage 3 or 4 in a heartbeat, doing everything right. So I just want to say at the moment, cancer isn't on my mind, and I'm not aware of it in my body, and I feel fantastic, and I wish the same for you. I had no health risks, no risk factors, no family history, and cancer happened to me. As fit and strong and healthy as I was, it can happen to you. And so if I were to leave you with anything, I would say, please seize the day. Please take care of yourself starting now. You have no idea what you're training for. I didn't realize that I was training for cancer. I wasn't training for the Olympics. I wasn't training for sponsorship. I was training for cancer. I didn't realize that that's what I was training for. And you don't know what you're training for. So I hope that you can learn from my mistakes and honor your body and love the body you live in and feed it nutritious, beautiful, healthy foods, and spend time with your loved ones and create downtime in your life and say no more often and honor yourself and listen to your body and all those wonderful things, so that if something comes along, you're ready for it and you've got the mental strength and the physical strength, right, to fight it head on, to meet it head on and make it have the best possible outcome. All right, that's just a little bit of my story. I could go on and on. I don't want to bore you. It's already been 20 minutes. Holy smokes. I appreciate you tuning in. If you're still listening, holy smokes, you're fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in, and like me, follow me, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions or comments. You can find me on fitbodies.com. That's 2 T's, fitbodies.com. And you can follow me on Facebook, Fit Bodies with 2 T's, and any of those, or Instagram, I'm Stephenie Fitt Bodies. You can follow me there as well, and I'd just love to hear from you. I'm really excited because I've got some workshops in the works, some online courses sharing what a 30-day program would look like if you followed what I'm doing. I'm super excited. It's like just this close, so stay tuned for that. And I've got lots of free stuff on my website, so until then you could go satisfy yourself with some of the free stuff. And I think that's all I have for right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish you health and happiness and love and prosperity, and until next time, everybody, peace out.